forward tandem at Get Up. So I have entered the transfer portal, and I've applied for NIL funds.
We love it. How about that? The Northwestern power couple.
NIL money.
I was going to say, Greeny,
we're not.
There's NIL involved there? I didn't know this.
We got to get Jacob working on that. I mean, your NIL check is going to be pretty significant.
He's also in uniform.
Too many days, Alan.
Disgusted with myself that I don't have the purple on today, but we are delighted to be together, reunited, and it feels so good. Meanwhile, let's go back to the NBA and the stunning start to the Knicks and Celtics series. By now, you're well aware, New York is up 2-0. Before the series began, ESPN Bet Sportsbook had the Celtics a minus 900 favorite to win this series. Those odds would imply they had a 90% chance to win the series. The odds are now even at minus 110 apiece. The Celtics just can't throw the ball in the ocean. They are 25 of 100 on threes. The 75 missed threes, the most in a two-game span in playoff history. And Jason Tatum is shooting just 29% in the series. He's 0 for 7 from three-point range in the fourth quarters. Here was Tatum yesterday on his struggles.
I take full ownership on the way that I've played in this series. And, you know, can't sugarcoat anything. I need to be better. We have a way that we play. We have an identity. It can't waver just because we missing shots. We can't change who we are. It's not about our season being 2 games from over. Like, that hasn't crossed any of our minds.
So you reacted to something he said there. What was it?
We have a way we play. That's the arrogance I'm talking about. And by the way, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, okay, but you got to live with that too. That's why, to me, it's not on just Jason Tatum. It's on the whole thing. Mm-hmm. They're like a cult when it comes to how we play. And we're not going to change it no matter what. We're not going to pay attention to the results. We're not going to play the game that is available tonight. We're not doing that. We're going to do what we do. There's a defiance that I also associate with an arrogance. And by the way, what great champion is not arrogant?
Right.
But is it going to cost them? Is it going to throw them out of the playoffs? I just love this because it flies in the face of all the analytics people. And I love it. Oh, a 2-point shot. Why would we want that? It's a 3 or nothing. So I am just reveling in this, that they would pass up anything else to do what they do.
So Joe Mazzulla says yesterday, we got more points off turnovers. We're getting more shots. We got more offensive rebounds. We're getting more layups. He's like going over. He's like, we're winning every phase of the game except putting the ball in the basket. Is essentially what he didn't say those words. That's essentially what he's saying, and that's what's driving the Celtics crazy. They're like, we're holding Jalen Brunson to 30% shooting. We're holding Mikal Bridges to under 30% shooting. Like, they are saying we are accomplishing everything but the ball going in the basket, and the Knicks are like, all right, stop going in the basket, and we're taking advantage.
Yeah.
So,
Totally
nothing, right?
I'm with you.
It goes to fouling Mitchell Robinson. Like, why? Like, what? He's Bill Russell all of a sudden? Like, it's Mitchell Robinson. Like, you don't have to go that crazy. We got to get this guy off the floor. Like,
right.
And also them seeking out matchups in their offense, especially later in the game, finding Brunson. Let's get him on an island. Let's get Towns on an island. I think it messes with the rhythm of their offense, and it takes them out of it a little bit. Now, all of a sudden, it's like a scramble mode because the Knicks are switching very well. They're well aware of that they're hunting certain matchups, and I do think it slows down their offense a little bit. There's some arrogance in how they're playing. What did Mazzulla call it? It was a killer whale or whatever that is that he references, where they're looking for, like in the NFL, they look for the fish, the bad offensive linemen, and they all want to go up against them. It's the same kind of attitude.
So let me ask you, if we can here, the counter argument to this is what they do. It works. They are very unlikely to have 4 games out of 7 in which they shoot the ball that badly. And if the ball starts going in, they win both of these games easily. If you're them, is that a reasonable way to approach this?
If you want to tie the result to analytics, which is what they did, Brian brilliantly broke down all of it. And you know what all of it is? It's all numbers. The game is right here. Play it. They can't do it. Worse than that, they don't want to do it.
Right.
You can hunt matchups. Mm-hmm. You can. You should. That's old school basketball too. But when you're Jaylen Brown, when you're Brown and Tatum, you diagnose what is happening here and now. You don't need an iPad. Documentaries and Last Dance, all these things on Jordan and Kerr talking and Jordan and Pippen talking about what I'm going to do right now. Mm-hmm. He's going to come here. I'm going to get the. Dude,
you know what was instinct?
What are you talking about?
You know what was instinct? Tatum's dunk off the down the hill. Instinct.
It opened up. He did it.
Right.
So where's more of that? Not the dunk. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I do, Alan.
The second to last.
Where's the reaction? Basketball's a reactive sport. And it's not just about analytics, although the analytics people sadly have taken it over.
This is the dunk you're talking about.
And by the way, it's great when the Knicks talk about what happens the next play and it's not available.
Right.
Because Mitchell Robinson, they push up, they get higher to the arc. They're not going to let that happen. That was instinctive. The Knicks played it that way, not, oh, this is what we do. I don't care what you do.
Mitchell
Win
Robinson
the game.
And OG, I don't know, we didn't even get, there was no time, there was no timeout. OG was saying to me after the game that Mitch just knew how to play it. Knew how to play it better.
And then going back to the instinct part, when you watch that second play, Tatum, and he admits it yesterday, he admits it that I went into traffic, I went to the wrong place. But you could see that there's plenty of time on the clock, and he starts to dribble to his left, which is not his strong side. And at that point, you have two choices. One, as a player, take a minute instead of force it right there.
He's going into another defender.
Right into the torture chamber. And the other one is, how about Missoula call the timeout there? Okay, that's not working. All right, let's get a reset here. Two things, they both froze.
I wasn't as offended by not calling timeout. I agree with you. You call it as it doesn't develop.
Right. Once they blew it up, that's when you bang the timeout.
So my question about tomorrow, which is just one of the most intriguing games to me of the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. They're going to be any different? Are they going to go outside the cult tomorrow?
No.
Do they know how? Will they do? The shots can fall. They can win this game and they can win this series. But what are they going to do when just confronted with an event? A sporting event. What's the Mike Tyson line?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth.
Yeah,
all right.
But they see themselves as the one who throw the punch. And their road record in the playoffs and in the regular season is impeccable. They have an incredible history of this system working and working on the road.
And for what it's worth, the Knicks have not been as good at home as they've been on the road in these playoffs. The same thing
that happened in Boston, that anxiety that affected them with the shooting, could also work against the Knicks.
All right, let me pause on this for a minute here. It's the last thing in the world I want to do, but I got to take a quick break. We're coming back with much more on this. We know the Celtics have to win Game 3, but you're going to hear an NBA legend say Game 3 is actually a must-win for New York. And speaking of legends, we got a Michael Jordan anniversary this week.